Rubber Room. We're here at Soundcheck Studios.
How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing all right.
Me too.
How are you doing?
I said I was doing all right.
Yeah, but I didn't ask first.
So?
It's kind of rude.
I mean, I just assumed that you would care how I was doing, Derek. Being as how we've been spending all day getting ready for Pink Moon, and
That's
you
true.
know it's awesome.
A little foggy. Sorry.
I mean, if you want to fight, Derek, we can fight.
I don't want to fight.
Good, just checking.
Especially like when you make that that look in your eye when you say that. I don't want to fight.
It's because I can raise my eyebrow and you can't.
I can't. Am I doing it?
You're not doing it, still.
Well, yeah. We
It's
are
okay,
here.
I love you anyway, and I also don't want to fight you.
Good. Let's not fight.
Deal.
Till after the show.
Deal.
We are here. This is episode
So glad that
213.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was worrisome for a little bit.
Yeah, I was worried.
If we got in a fight,
If you guys don't know us well enough, it's okay. We don't actually.
Well, then
fight.
we'd start fighting, and
Yeah,
then,
no,
you
no,
know,
I was gonna
it'd
say,
just
it'd
be a
just
whole
be a
shit
brawl.
show.
Yeah,
and
it'd be,
we could like have
fighting everywhere.
fight teams.
Yes.
Street Fighter 2 Duel ready? Maybe later.
Yeah.
I think you're the
I'm
most
really
ready.
excited about
Yeah.
that. Really
Everyone else is
excited
like,
about that.
no, not so much. We,
Street Fighter 2 is like my favorite game ever.
well, we do have a band here for our
We do.
213th episode of the show.
It's my lucky number.
It's your lucky number, 213?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That
Bonus.
worked
That's
out
very
well.
lucky.
Yeah.
That worked out that way.
Of course it would, because it's
Yeah.
his lucky number.
I mean, I guess he's right about that.
Yeah. Well, either way, we have a band here with us tonight. We have Kendall Street Company.
Kendall Street Company. And we met you guys for the first time at Shade Fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade Fest.
It was
Good
sunny.
times.
It was very sunny.
It was a beautiful August.
Sunny day.
Was it August?
August 5th.
August
Yes.
5.
Just barely, but yes.
Evening, yeah.
Mhm.
It was beautiful, though.
Great
Mm.
times.
Sunny
The water
evening.
was shimmering.
Yeah. Did you guys get in the
The
water?
wind blowing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Nice.
We were chilling in that giant inflatable for a bit.
Was
That was
it,
a pretty sweet inflatable.
Yeah, there were like beer holders everywhere. And
I liked that there was like a lounge and a place to get into the water in the middle, so you
Mm.
didn't have to leave the float.
Yeah.
It
to,
was
like,
nice. You could hear the
dampen
music.
yourself.
Float innovation.
You could hear the music really well from. I think it was like Broccoli Samurai was playing when we were
Yeah.
It
those
was
guys were
tight.
good.
drinking beers on
The
a float.
vibrations, man.
Yeah. I think we switched off on the dock. I think I high-fived you guys while you guys were taking over
Yeah.
the float. You were on your hammock.
I don't remember any of this.
You were in your
so-
hammock in the river?
No, there was a hammock strung up under the dock on the posts that like just barely skimmed the water.
Okay, I was going to say a hammock in the river is probably not safe.
No, it was like right above
Get
the
all wrapped
river.
up.
Wrapped up in it, drowned. Yeah.
No, it was
Like
right
a-
above it. It was
We lost-
delicious.
Like
I
one of
get it
those
now.
Lost
six
our
pack.
sax
That's why you
player.
cut your 6-pack cans.
So they
Yeah.
don't get stuck on it because they hammocks
Yes.
in the river.
Yes.
It's exactly the same principle
Yeah.
they play.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, hi Kendall Street Company, how you doing?
Hello.
We're great.
Doing all right.
Welcome to Radio Rubber Room.
Thank you very much. It's a beautiful place.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Beautiful room.
This is actually Soundcheck Studios. We don't actually have a physical rubber room because we find that most people would think that's intimidating.
I think it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You just like take tires everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
might sound awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian?
That's probably good for sound.
I didn't hear that. What's that?
Taping tires everywhere? You
Yeah.
think? So we could have a literal rubber
for
room?
acoustically.
Yeah.
It smells terrible, but it would sound pretty
Plus,
good.
if we get
It
into
would
a big
smell
fight,
gross.
it
Yes,
wouldn't hurt as
yes.
much when someone punches you into
Mhm.
a wall.
Well,
And
we
it would
put
be a really interesting aesthetic.
Yeah.
It doubles
yeah.
as the brawl space.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, plus we could also.
Then we could have Street Fighter 2 tournaments all the time.
Yeah, let's put music
And you could
the-
record
or
'em.
water in there, and then mosquitoes could grow.
Oh
Or
yeah,
not.
mosquitoes. Yeah, that's. I
What?
love mosquitoes.
Or not.
No.
No, that'd be
Oh,
gross.
God.
No, veto, never mind.
Love all living things.
Okay.
Brian's a
So-
Sikh.
Before we get too wrapped
What?
up in fantastic possibilities for Soundcheck Studios, let's go around and introduce yourselves to our listeners at home and our live stream viewers.
Well, I see you have a koosh ball.
That was a surprise. Don't-
Oh, sorry. Shh.
No,
Scratch.
no,
What's
All right.
that?
Let's
I
start
don't
where we
know
were.
no.
Let's start where we were. Okay.
Now we're
Bad
curious.
Now we're gonna have a real fight.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Now it's
Luckily,
lost
she's not gonna
forever.
throw.
Yeah.
Lost forever
It's in the
the
depths.
abyss of the.
It's with the Loch Ness monster.
Back to introductions.
Anyway,
Stop
I'm,
distracting Derek.
I'm Price Gillock. I'm
Hello, Price.
Young
keyboard
Price.
player in Kendall Street Company.
P-Money.
Very happy to be here.
I'm Ryan Wood. I'm the drummer of Kendall Street Company.
Ben Laderberg. Electric guitar.
I'm Brian Roy. I play bass.
My name is Lewis, and I sing and play the rhythmic guitar.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, guys, we're glad to have you here. We are going to get to our first break, but when we get back, we're going to...
Wait, before we do that,
Before we do it.
where can we find your music, guys?
Oh, well, it's on the internet, and if
You
they're
have to have
here,
the internet.
if they're here right now, then they're on the internet, right?
Oh, that's true.
That's
So
true.
you must have the
Yeah.
You must have the internet.
If they're either watching our live stream or listening to our podcast, they must have access to the internet at some
Yeah,
point.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so the website, you can find it on the website, kendallstreetcompany.com, or you could just go straight to Spotify if you're a Spotify person.
For our listeners and viewers who aren't so good at the spelling, do you want to spell
that's
that
a
out
good
for
idea.
us?
Should we all spell it?
Yeah, let's spell it.
K
E
And D.
A.
L
L
Oh, sorry.
Space.
space
S.
T.
R
E
E.
T.
Space.
C
O
M P.
A.
N.
Y.
Hooray.
Kendall
Good
Street
job.
Company.
Band.com.
Yes.
Can you use it
Ah,
in a
makes
sentence?
I just screwed that up, sorry.
No, there's no bands.
That's
There
okay.
are also no spaces in
Company.com.
web addresses, just for the record.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good try though.
We spelled our website wrong.
You get no points, but no points for the actual answer, but 5 points for making me laugh. So
Okay.
you win.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah, that's 5 more points than we started with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably more points than I would have given you for spelling your web address correctly.
there you
Yeah.
go. See?
For real.
Yeah, it was good that we spelled it wrong.
I don't think that technically counts as spelling wrong.
Yeah, we spelled it right. We just added extra
Yeah,
characters. Yeah.
We put some space.
All the letters were right.
Google
Yeah,
will
space.
figure it out.
We
for
like
you.
space.
Really.
Put some space.
Well, guys, we do have to get to our first break, but when we get back, we're going to be right back with a live one from Kendall Street Company. But right now, we're going to hear from Mighty Joshua. This is Clean Hands here on Radio Rubberoo.
So that's the mighty, 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 mighty. Hey, watch. Now put your shoulder to the wheel. There is enough works to do. All hands on deck. We need you, and you. Mama need a house. Baby need a new pair of shoes. Some elders sleeping in the cold will need more than a few. Calling all soldier from 3-piece to khaki suit. Must be defenders of the youth. They're trying to beat us black and blue. Hands cuffed, real rough. Point the pistol at you too. When you're brown with your crew, we know what Babylon do. Unarm you, gun down, rest in your hooroo. Learn and teach self-defense, rebel like Kamaru. Discipline regiment, capoeira to kung fu. Study the art of Ross McConan, Shaka Zulu to Sun Tzu. No matter where you are, plant a seed, make your food. It's kinda hard to fight the fear. Them third eyes shut, closed tight, can't do no works from your seat. Hands must be clean, of your heart, intentions must be clear. Zion love fills my heart, there's no room for fear. And in this time of judgment, Babylon, trust me, it's near. I tend you to do good some more, Jah love persevere. And in the presence of all that came before us, let not their works be done in vain. Beaten, battered, and slain. I say beaten, battered, and slain. I call on Jehovah, Jehovah, Almighty One. Say everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I said they call himself a royal, but them never hail Selassie. Don't plant no seed in the garden, but you know them have a plan to eat. Them third eyes shut, closed tight, can't do no works from your seat. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't want to die.
This band is killing it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's going on with that guy? And this chick. Oh my god, everyone's turning into zombies.
No, not zombies.
I think they're hungry. We need Chef X. Chef X.
Sausage stars.
Whoa,
Nice shooting, Chef X.
This one's still a zombie.
Burger. Stat.
Yeah,
Yay, Chef X saved the day.
The Camel, 1621 West Broad Street, serving great music 7 nights a week until 2 a.m. and great food Sunday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays with brunch served every Saturday and Sunday 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. See you at The Camel.
Hey bras and brasiers, they say that those who don't remember history are doomed to repeat it. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen to my bras and brasettes. So this is history with your bra Travis. I'm Travis. So like in 1812, the British were like, hey, let's go take back America. And then James Madison got on his horse and he's like, hell no, brah. Hell no. And then Francis Scott Key was like, bombs bursting in air, bruh. Bombs bursting in air. And that's where we get the song before sporting events. This has been history with your bra Travis. I'm Travis.
You're listening to Radio Rubber Room. Papa Gusta!
This is a tune called Long Lost.
Kendall Street Company live here on Radio Rubber Room.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
So Chanel, you stoked for this weekend?
I'm so stoked for this weekend. You have no idea.
I think I have an idea.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really think you have an idea of how stoked I am for this weekend?
I have a general idea.
A general idea. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, you don't have any real idea. You know what? I'm so excited.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say in that same like pitch.
Dude, I've been so excited for Pink Moon 8 since Pink Moon 7. Like, from the moment Pink Moon 7 ended, I was like, I can't wait for Pink Moon 8! In that tone of voice. So that was awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Are you guys coming to Pink Moon 8?
When is it?
This weekend.
Okay, yeah.
You've got 24 hours to decide.
It's, you know, it's Thursday through Monday morning, so you've got some time.
Really?
24,
Yeah.
48, or 36, or whatever.
24 hours a day, over 100 bands on 4 stages in the West Virginia mountains.
Wow.
Yeah. Including camping for
24
85
hours?
24 hours a
music?
day on
Wow.
4 stages.
Always?
Yeah, music
my
never
gosh.
stops.
Yeah, that's cool.
There are 4 stages.
How do you sleep?
Well, there's the pond stage that's way away from the camping.
Right.
So that happens for like the dawn hours.
Right.
And the main stage is shut down and it's just like the 2 secondary stages.
But what if we sleep during the daytime?
Then you should probably bring earplugs.
And AC.
Yeah, because you know, who actually can sleep in a tent in the daytime the end of summer? Yeah.
All good questions, though.
I mean, if you can sleep then, the music won't be a problem, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
But what you really wanted to talk about was gorillas.
Oh yeah, we love gorillas. Gorillas are an important part of our identity as a musical ensemble. I think we all share that love for this.
They're so wild,
Yeah,
powerful.
Yeah, they're powerful.
They're so
you know?
gentle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is too hard to talk
I saw
about.
some video. They taught a gorilla how to like play notes on a piano, so they're musicians too, because they can play music.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to relate to them. Yeah.
It's all that critical
Yeah.
thinking.
No. Yeah. I mean, we are. I mean,
like,
I guess we're closer to chimpanzees than gorillas, though. But I feel in my heart deeply that to be closer to gorillas than the chimpanzees.
You personally identify more gorilla than chimp?
Yeah, I know that's a like hot button issue in 2016. Like you know,
You tried that,
but like you know, I think there's some gorilla in all of us. Like whether we all recognize it or not.
At Chuck E. Cheese, what instrument did the gorilla play? Was it keyboard?
I don't know. Chuck E.
Bongos,
Cheese
maybe?
was scary.
I thought
Rats
they played
aren't
the
our
drums.
friends.
Drums or bongos? Something that you pound on, probably.
Yeah.
You talking about the restaurant? Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese's?
Stereotyping gorillas.
Did you never
man.
go to Chuck E. Cheese when you were a kid?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I
you're not missing out.
Fucked up, man.
Well, they did have
go there
They had a band with a gorilla, man.
they did have a band with a
How did you not
gorilla.
know? They had a
Oh,
ball pit.
okay.
Yeah, they had
did
a
have the
ball
ball
pit.
pit.
That was
They had
scary.
games. You'd win tickets and you'd exchange them for prizes that were great, and then you'd cry.
I was one of those like kids that grew super fast and was like super tall, way too young. So like I couldn't play in the ball pit from like 2nd grade on. And I was like, this is not fair.
So you started Street Fighter.
Totally, obviously,
A
and
logical next
throwing
step.
balls at people because I couldn't play in the ball pit. obviously.
Yeah,
The logical extension of that.
yeah.
I mean, I've dealt with it. It's cool.
And speaking of gorillas, you guys have a new EP out.
Yeah.
And an LP. Well,
An
I guess
LP.
it's
No,
like
it's-
2 months old.
Always messed
Do
up.
you have a
That's
new
still
EP
new.
out?
No, we don't have a new EP out.
That's what I meant. That's the one I meant.
Oh, okay.
We're on the same
An
page.
album.
We're just
We-
using
an
different.
LP.
So you have an album out.
Yes, we put out an album.
Yeah.
I love the look Derek gives me. Because I said the wrong thing. It's really cute.
It's okay. It's like
I always mess it
twice
up.
as long as
I
an EP.
apologize.
So all the people that heard EP got really excited, and then when we said it was an album, they got twice as excited.
Exactly.
Because they have to spend twice as long listening to
Or
us.
they're like, oh,
I mean, you can listen to it
yeah,
in
that'd be
chunks.
sad.
You can hit pause. It's cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
right.
You can,
Yes.
Yeah, you can listen to 10 seconds and then enjoy the next 10 seconds a couple days
At
later.
your leisure.
At your the leisure.
But we put an album out in July.
And so what is this album called? Tell us about this album.
Earth Turns is what it's called.
Earth Turns.
Earth
Turns.
turns.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Earth does turn.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, but like, what's the reference? Like, I mean, it's not the Earth turns. The
Okay.
Earth turns.
So it's Earth Turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Okay.
Uh,
well,
There's
I-
songs on it.
was gonna be my title. I always thought of the title as like I liked the idea of turning and kind of like a record spinning, and then like earth is kind of like dirt, you know, instead of like
tilling soil,
like the proper noun, the earth, you know, because earth is just like the dirt. Or dirt, you know?
Yeah.
And
dirt was scratched.
And like
we were thinking
dirt,
about that.
I don't know why that was a thing for me. Just like digging, like like getting in touch.
I dig it.
Like tilling and planting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Aerating the soil, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know?
So, have you planted things before? Are you a farmer?
No.
Okay, so
No.
this
Eagle
is
Scout.
so this
I'm
is
an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
But it's purely metaphorical earth tilling.
Yes.
But
very
in,
much so, yeah.
But in the sense of like aerating and growing new things and ideas and stuff.
It's like life and turning over and changes happening.
Yeah.
Growth and decay and
Change mostly. It's mostly about change. It's just what the record's about.
It's a good album name because you can read really far into it and then and then not get anywhere.
I know. I just
in the end, it's exactly what it is. You know.
Like,
perfect.
My gear started going for a second. I just got a little dizzy, and then I had to like pull back a little bit.
See, he's getting earth turned.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of both.
That's the
even better.
That's gonna be the remix.
Turned to Earth.
Price is
The
working on
B-sides.
Turn to Earth. Yeah.
Lots of robot dancing.
I like it. So, where'd you guys record?
So we recorded at Summit Sounds down near Roanoke, Virginia.
Okay.
Kind of up a little house in in the mountains in Eagle Rock.
Eagle Rock,
Virginia.
Virginia.
It's just outside of Roanoke.
Great guy, Jake Dempsey. What's up, Jake? What's up, Jake?
Maybe
he'll listen one day. But he's great. It's a really cool spot. He has this like cabin in the woods, and it's not near anything. We had to walk 1.5 miles to get a burger.
Those are good burgers.
Good burger though.
They were really good burgers.
What's
Some
that place
mom pop
called?
shop.
I feel like if you walk 1.5 miles, it's gonna be a good burger.
Yeah, exactly. We
You're
walked
gonna be
all that way
hungry
for a
enough to
burger.
appreciate it.
Like
That's
any
for sure.
food.
No, but it was a loud burger.
There's also that gas station with the pimento cheese. For
Oh
99
yeah, the
cents.
gas station was nice. Yeah, we got
Anyway,
some
it
good
was a
pimento
great
cheese at that gas station.
good food, good.
Sounds like you guys had an
nice.
adventure.
In the woods.
Soundtrack.
Yeah, we like shut ourselves kind of in for a week and just did our
That's awesome.
recording.
Yeah, we
It
slept
was really
there.
beautiful.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a beautiful.
The Eagle
place.
Rock just sounds like a majestic place.
And you guys went
Yeah.
phoneless?
I went phoneless.
You went phoneless.
He went phoneless.
Yeah.
We were not all phoneless.
Yeah.
Did you borrow anybody's phone at least once?
I looked on Price, like sometimes he'd open a Snapchat and I'd be like,
We watched that basketball game. We also
Reconnect
watched that
me.
basketball game.
Oh yeah. We watched the UVA game too. One of those nights. Yeah.
We watched
We
our
cheated.
team lose.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's okay though. We had the music.
Yeah, the music is more important.
There you go. You won that.
Yeah.
So there's that.
then there's part 2.
Yeah.
We flew out
Yeah.
to Los Angeles to mix it.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
It was really
It
fun.
was so
It is.
fun.
It's a good
It was a
ass.
special time.
Yeah.
Are you guys much closer now? That you've had
Especially
together?
Price.
Yeah.
We're very
Very close.
Alright. So a little more about that.
Yeah.
Adventures after our next
You
break.
want to pick up there when we get back?
I feel like that's a good spot
I'd
to
love to
pick up
spend
when
a
we
whole
get back.
segment talking about it.
All right.
If we can.
We will.
I'm
We're
sure
not-
excited.
Yeah, see,
society won't
I mentioned gorillas, and then that was like the focal point of that
It's been a
segment.
long time.
I mean, they're great. They're really great.
They're
But I don't.
But
I just.
seriously, they're
I feel like
Majestic.
we were too strong on gorillas and not strong enough on like animals though, because like there's other animals and like I don't
Yeah.
want people
It's
to
okay.
think we hate other
We're
animals.
not even halfway through the show.
Yeah,
You've
we
got
got-
time.
We'll get to all these things.
You're only
Pressing.
a third of the way through the show. You got time.
But we are going to get to our next
Next
break.
week,
We're going to be back with another live one from Kendall Street Company. But right now we are going to hear from Camp Howard with Veins here on Radio Rubber Room.
Just hand it.
Always the same way down, easy to blame.
bro Travis, and I love history. I love coffee too. So today I'm gonna give you a little history about coffee. Coffee was discovered by a goat herder in Ethiopia who noticed his goats were getting all hype after eating some berries. He tried them and got all jacked too. So he took them to some monks who burned them because they thought they were the devil's berries. But they dug the smell and poured some boiling water on them. They totally dug this new beverage. It helped them concentrate during meditation and stuff. They started having a cup every day. The drink spread through the Middle East, Europe, and to the Americas. Yo, and in 1979, Jay Rostov opened up a coffee roastery in Richmond, Virginia. And Rostov's Coffee and Tea has been roasting coffee in Richmond for over 35 years now. They roast over 1,500 pounds a week on premises using a Jabez Burns roaster from the 1930s. But that's a history lesson for a different day, brah. Rostov's Coffee and Tea, 1618 West Main Street. Or find Rostov's Coffee at many of your favorite spots around town. Or even order online at www.rostovs.com. Rostov's Coffee and Tea, the best way to start your day in RVA, brah.
Hey guys, it's Sean from Radio Rubber Room, and I have a great product that I developed in my grandpa's tool shed. I sometimes find myself feeling troubled after eating glue, my insides feeling all bound and twisted up. That's why I invented my own glue that's great for eating. Use Sean's glue for all kinds of useful things like decorate cake, make sandwich, spread on toast, or just eat it out of the container with a used popsicle stick. You can stick stuff to other stuff with it too. My glue is infused with vitamins and minerals for an extra boost of vitamins and minerals. My glue also comes in flavors like meat, cocoa, wood, purple, and glue, all of my favorites. You'll be eating Sean's glue for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can even use it to stick stuff to other stuff. Don't think my glue is for you? Try my spackle. Sean's Edible Glue, because constipation is no picnic.
All right, this is a tune called "Pour Down." It's a newer song than the album, so it's not on it. But get ready, because it'll be on the next one. I don't know what I'm supposed to look at right now. Anyways,
the camera's there.
I know, but I don't want to. I'm not supposed to look at the camera, right?
You trying to look suave?
Yeah, I'm just looking off into the distance. Okay, here goes. Rain this morning. What a time for the clouds to let it all out.
morning. What a time for big clouds to let it all down.
Kendall Street Company live here on Radio Rubber Room. What do you do with all the koosh balls now?
I hid them from you.
They're gone.
Do you want some?
Do I?
Miranda, I feel like you should stay in here for this segment.
You want me to?
I feel like you should.
All right.
Koosh balls. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you.
So welcome.
Oh Lord. In that case, I'm switching spots.
Okay.
Ooh.
Switching
Everybody
it
change places.
Go around a circle.
I gotta be next to the ice limb.
Really? Wait, Price, you want to
just
squeeze
right
in
in
here?
here?
Yeah, this is
You got it.
Oh,
Our friends
couch
here.
is nice.
So that's a new one, not on the album.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Aw, look how friendly you guys are. You're adorable.
Ryan's all by himself.
He's
No
got a
friend.
buddy.
There we go.
There we go.
Aw, the love.
Rhythm set.
So much love.
Yeah, this is cool kid couch.
So, guys, you guys get.
But I met these guys a few months ago in Richmond, and crazy thing, I said to Brian, I said, have you guys ever heard of Danger Muffin? He was like, no, and I was like, okay, well, you guys kind of sound similar. And then started working with Chanel, and then you guys opened for Danger Muffin at Shade Fest, which was cool.
And
The
we were
first
all-
time
they
I
were
planned
good.
something for
They were
Chanel,
fun.
and
They
it
were
was like
awesome. Very fun.
so many worlds.
They
came
all
together.
come together.
Yeah.
It
When
was
you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be,
Mhm.
and it all happens.
a grand reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So it was,
good.
and it was the first time we had met them, and they already knew you,
Mhm.
etc., etc., etc. We
Yeah.
and what a tangled web we've woven thus far.
Yes.
And now I have koosh balls.
And now you have koosh balls.
Hey.
So,
One
new,
for each band member, actually.
how many new tunes do you have going on currently?
Newer than the album?
Yeah.
Probably 8 or 9. I mean, I think the next one we're doing is also.
Really?
is-
So you're
is
at
a
least
new one.
halfway
They still
to
were
the
working
next
on
album.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, like they're not all. I mean, not very many animals in Los Angeles.
Not that we saw.
It's a very civilized.
Concrete.
Yeah, there's lots of humans and lots of sand
Many cars.
and a lot of
There's a lot of
cars.
holy
Cars
shit,
are kind
shitload
of
of
like
cars.
animals.
I mean, do you consider humans animals, though?
I mean, cars are animals.
I feel like humans are more animals than cars.
I don't know. I mean, like,
I think maybe we need to look up the definition of animal.
So,
but like.
so you didn't go to the zoo.
High five.
No, we didn't.
Way to stick with it. That was really
We
impressive.
should
I
record
was
some
gonna
zoo
start talking about
sounds.
free
We
will,
didn't
but I
have
just-
too much time for activities, but when we did have time for activities, we'd call up the Uber or the Lyft or whatever, and we'd order it, and then we'd call them and be like, "Yo, do you have a CD player?" And we're out there like.
Here in person.
But and Lyfts that had it.
Yeah.
So we had to make sure to get them every time.
Yeah, because what's the year qualifier on that? Like 2007?
I mean, it depends on if you have.
He's on-
You can pay extra for the CD player. If
No.
it's that important to you.
Yeah. Nobody
The
wants
qualification for an Uber though is like 2007. So
Oh yeah.
my car has a CD player.
Yes.
I,
True.
see, I feel like.
I mean, you can get after model CD players.
Yeah.
You can still buy those.
So you had to retry Ubers to find
Yes,
CD players.
Yes.
Did you really? Did you cancel an Uber?
Yeah.
Oh,
we-
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Many.
One time our fares
That's the whole point.
fares got increased because of the time or something.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Then yeah.
It was disappointing.
Wild times.
Did you guys use any Uber Blacks while you were out there? I heard that
What's
like they're like
that?
the super fancy Uber.
No, we always had to get
we're
the
a
XL
band.
because
Yeah.
it was like.
Because that's where like the Hummers and like the hooked up speakers are. And like all the like kiddie like video
Oh.
stuff where you can like plug in a DVD for your kids
Oh,
in the
wow.
back and like Uber XL and
have
Black
not-
is dude.
But what
totally.
about the Hoover helicopter?
That
Is that a
a
thing?
Oh,
It is a
man.
thing. It is a
No, man, but this
Uber
airing. Save the
helicopter.
good ideas for later.
No, that exists.
No, it exists.
It's
in
already
Dubai.
it's already a thing. Yeah.
In Dubai, they have Uber helicopters. My sister.
That's insanely
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
I want to Uber in a helicopter. one day.
Do you have the money to Uber? now?
Squad goals.
Okay. Well, one day.
Uber drone maybe?
Uber drone.
That's
Oh, like to drive.
Like
It
it's
just
just-
picks you up by the
With,
back.
like,
of your
with like
It's the future.
Well, it could be a.
just a little basket you hop
delivery.
on, or a little disc with a little like hook
Uber
on
hot
it,
air
so you get like
balloons for people that want to get somewhere very slowly.
Yeah. They want an adventure.
Yeah.
It's expensive though, because you gotta charge by the minute.
Yeah.
I like it.
So did Uber drivers give you any feedback on your
Oh.
music? Or?
Did any of them
Some
ever
were
close
like, some were like were like, some liked it. Some like were very not like they were just like driving.
Yeah.
They probably hated it.
I think several of them were robots. like I don't know if they were human.
There would
like
usually
cars.
Human, animal, or car.
There would be like a
Human,
point
animal,
in the
robot.
drive. There would be a point in the drive that the driver would like realize that we were like all critiquing and taking notes about it, and it was like, oh, is this like?
Because you guys were absolutely silent, all writing down your notes.
Exactly.
And just circling the block.
Take us to a random location exactly 14 minutes away.
We went to Venice Beach one day.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, LA's so big that like it takes 40 minutes to drive anywhere, so you just let's go check out Santa Monica.
Just stay in this parking lot and leave the windows down, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, the studio we were at was in Woodland Hills, so like the suburbs,
Yeah.
like where people have giant houses, like just absolutely huge houses, and
It's like the opposite of a ghetto.
I know
It was crazy.
What do we call that?
It was so
Beverly-
nice.
I mean, it's
Yeah, it's kind of like the same kind of thing. It was so funny because
it's just as thug.
the movie Straight Outta Compton
Right.
was probably filmed like streets away from me. Like it's like
Yeah.
it looks like this
Easy-
looks exactly like
Like
that.
Easy used to live like in the neighborhoods around where
Yeah.
we
Like Mansionville, something
Yeah.
like that.
Enterville.
Wild.
I don't know if I'd ever want to live there. There's bad
Yeah,
traffic,
nah.
lots of driving, like
Cool place to go.
not very much water. There's a lot of sand though.
A lot of sand.
Yeah, but you can't drink sand. I learned that when I was in Los Angeles.
You didn't know that before?
I mean, no.
He'd never
Okay,
gotten the
gotcha.
opportunity to try.
Friends
it.
are very
Yeah.
aesthetic
Well,
learners.
see, like no one ever said don't drink sand. Like, has anybody,
That's
you
the
know?
beginning of a very
So
long
like,
conversation.
you have to figure it out. You have to figure it out.
And, yeah.
Like,
you put it in your mouth and it doesn't work out.
yeah.
Well, even if
but, like, you
even
can't
if
trust
somebody
the
said
man.
don't drink sand, you gotta try it at least once.
Yeah, you like
It's like-
because
it's
it's
like
like
drugs.
how do you trust them?
Don't
Who do you
do
trust?
drugs.
You know,
You gotta
it's
try.
I mean, we've all
Yeah.
accidentally tried to drink sand, right?
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
most people accidentally.
You can't go to
Yeah.
the beach and
Yeah.
not get sand in your beverage.
I feel like most
That's
people
the
try to
thing.
eat sand, but like drinking it is a different thing.
Yeah, it's
Just
than
no
Everything
chewing,
in
just
moderation,
swallowing.
man.
The
Yeah.
cup
See,
versus the bowl.
That's very true.
I
Yeah,
can't
gotta
drink a
keep that
beer
in
or soda
mind.
or anything like without getting sand on the rim while I'm at the beach.
I
like,
can't
it
drink
happens.
sand without a beer.
I wouldn't try to drink sand without a beer. Agreed.
But
Also,
speaking
quality
of,
effect.
speaking of visiting places, you guys have visited Richmond a few times, and I've tried to convince you to move here. How's that going?
I think I'm moving here next year.
All right, I've got one.
It's a matter of the other
Yes.
G's.
Charlottesville's easier to drive in.
Oh, that's
And-
not true.
And there's more
That's
trees.
totally not true.
Richmond, you just gotta get a mindset of I hate everyone.
Well, see, my biggest
Or
worry,
just
Why would I want that?
honestly, my very biggest
N95.
worry
But only when you're driving.
it's like
Yeah,
equipment
fine.
though. Like if we live in a house, first of all, like how do we practice without pissing the neighbors off? But I guess who cares about
There
the
are
neighbors?
lots of ways to do that.
But also like what like after gig at like 3 a.m. and you're tired and like you just want to go to sleep and then
You're
you drive home
generally-
and then you have to park 3 blocks away and carry like 5 loads of equipment that weighs more
Yeah,
than
that's what
house.
emergency lights are for. You load the equipment up and then you park.
Yeah, but then they ticket you for that.
No, they don't.
I have to add that to my rent.
No, they don't. You put on the fan. Because everyone has to do that.
So they don't.
I like Richmond. I do like Richmond.
All right.
Well, there are places with driveways.
And parking
That's true.
spots.
It's true.
And practice spaces.
Is that a thing? Is like Richmond known for not being?
I think parts of
Drivable?
Richmond definitely are. Like downtown is
I mean, it's
definitely,
drivable.
Like,
It's just
Chaco
like
and all that. Like, that's terrible.
I don't know where you're driving.
Yeah,
I like
it's-
Churchill.
I mean, no, I like Richmond.
Those
I'm not
hills.
complaining
I
about
like
Richmond.
that.
I just really
The
like
hills are
Charlottesville.
Well, I mean,
There's
if you
more
really
stuff
like
here.
Charlottesville.
Like there's more like
I think that's more of the.
I think, I
more
mean,
variety
if you
here.
want to talk about, like, the positive things about Charlottesville, you can do that.
Oh, okay. Well, there's
But we're
lots
all
of
going to get
trees.
defensive if you start talking shit about Richmond. Like, that's the thing for us.
Yeah, thanks for taking the heat off the whole
We've
foosball
got
thing.
the Lewis Winter Botanical Gardens here. You know, there's trees
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
plants,
yeah.
lots
Virginia
of plants.
I think Brian's
Yeah.
in the minority
I mean-
of this feeling.
Yeah.
I love Richmond.
No, I mean I love Richmond. I'm not saying I don't love Richmond. I'm just saying like
Yeah, maybe.
living
Love
here. Like I
Charlottesville?
love living in
That's a good
Charlottesville,
point.
and like moving here is like, you know, we're neighbors. Like
You know,
we just.
It's really not
I
that far.
just
Yeah.
my biggest thing is like I hate moving, and I like
Moving
just
does
don't
suck.
want to like deal with it. And
Yeah,
so
totally.
just kind of I'm pretty happy where I am. So like, you know,
You know, I
it's
do.
more of a like I like it'd be sweet if
Unless
like I
there's
could just
another
like
force.
pick up the house and put it down in Richmond
And
It'd
not
be
have to
awesome.
clean or pack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why
Or
don't
deal with
we
another
take
landlord
what
or
you need?
apply
What
or
if
find a
there's-
place.
That's
And
the
push it
worst thing.
somewhere else.
Finding a place to live is horrible, man. And
Sorry.
we gotta house people and get the band together, and we're herding cats out here, you know.
I
like,
know a little about herding drunk cats.
Yeah,
Not
we know some things about that.
Yeah,
Or
herding
two.
cats.
One or two.
But
Is that an expression?
so I'd say still undecided. Got some time to figure it out.
Yeah.
So right now you guys are all living in or around Charlottesville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, like, we go up there all the time for various shows. Did you
Yeah.
guys catch any of the Congress Southern Belle show the other night?
I'm upset I missed the Southern Belle.
It was at the Southern,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd heard about it.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure.
We were out of town.
We might have been out of town.
Yeah.
I think you guys were playing a show that night.
Yeah.
But you know what you can see if you come to Pink Moon 8 this weekend? The Congress and the Southern Bells.
There you go.
Just
And Dale is playing.
And
Dale.
Dale.
I do like
Dale.
Dale, yeah.
They're
And
awesome.
Josie
I like
McQueen,
Dale a
Josie
lot.
Sun
They're
Eater,
very
and
cool.
Venus Skytrap.
Toxic Moxie.
Toxic Moxie, Imaginary Sons, Camp Howard.
We were just listening to them.
Yeah, we were just
They
listening
were
to
good.
them.
I liked
Uh-huh.
it. It was
And
who else
so
we got?
much more.
We do have to get to a break.
So many more. Over 100 bands this weekend. For real.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
We have to get to a break, but actually
Yes, we
in this
do.
break we're going to hear actually this
A bunch of Pink Moon bands?
bunch of kind of different format this week. It's just going to be music and music and music. We've got
Could you like
Shagwüf, Dale and the ZDubs, Toxic Moxie, the Southern Bells, and when we get back we'll have another live one from Kendall Street Company. But we're going to kick it off here with Shagwüf here on Radio Rubber Room.
Every minute I'm a mile away from your smile, more and more like a child, deeper into the wild. In the woods, there's no regrets, there's only art and life and death. While I'm trying to forget the singing, yeah. She the one, she the one, she the one, she the one. But not for me. She the one, she the one, she the one, she the one. But not for me. She the one, she the one, she the one, she the one. But not for me. She the one, she the one, she the one, she the one. But not for me.
Practice makes perfect. I'm practicing imperfection, and I'm starting to be really good at it.
All right, this is a tune called Telephone. It is also a newer one.
Kendall Street Company live here on Radio Rubber Room.
Hey Derek, I got you this thing.
Ooh, it's a koosh ball.
Ooh, it's a koosh ball. That was bad. Left-handed.
Here, you got a third one? We can juggle?
No, I can't.
Here, let's practice, Miranda.
Okay.
We're gonna practice.
No, I think there's one behind you.
Alright, here we go.
Oh God.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
It will be heard.
Looking away.
Ready? Ready, go.
Right, it's like double dutch. You have to jump through the koosh balls.
I was never good at double dutch.
Juggling koosh ball limbo.
On this couch.
This is literally the extent of my limbo. It's pretty.
I kind of want this.
It's okay.
I should practice that.
Yeah. So another new one.
Get a limbo set up.
Another new one.
Yes.
You said you got about 8 or 9. When are you? Do you guys have a date in mind for when you're going to have the next one done?
I think hopefully by like next summer. I think we'll plan on recording this spring and see if we can get it out next summer. So, and we're also planning on. Well, we're in the baby stages of planning a tour for next summer, and at venues and festivals and things like that. Probably going north and south and
west,
east.
Yeah.
Wait, east, west
To the far east.
Let's go to Europe. Oh, that'd be really fun.
I
I don't know if that's for this summer, but we'd love to go to Colorado. That would be super cool.
Dude, my aunt's working on it.
Europe or
Yeah.
Colorado?
Colorado. She lives there.
So that's pretty much what's going on. We're kind of just chilling for now, writing stuff, practicing twice a week,
Promoting the new album.
promoting the new album,
Playing regionally.
traveling on the weekends.
Having fun at festivals.
Yes.
You guys have
exactly.
any other shows coming up?
Yeah, we've got well, we're playing tomorrow in Charlottesville for this. It's a really cool event called Brews with a View. It entails brews, drinks.
I'm guessing
beers,
that's beers.
Beers, yeah, and a view.
Beer goggles.
It's on. Yeah,
And a
well, it's on a
view
rooftop.
of- Oh, that's
which
cool.
is really unsafe.
So
No, it's very. They have
Yeah,
rails
there's-
and
yeah,
they
have
it's not just
No, it's safe.
it's very safe. Yeah, it's very safe.
No need to worry. We don't want to worry the public.
Dude, the views are just too cool.
The views are beautiful,
especially with the
sun will be
sunset.
setting.
Yeah.
We'll be playing.
Yeah.
Gina
It's on a
Sobel will be
rooftop.
coming on after us as well. Great.
It's in
Transformers.
Charlottesville.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is it the rooftop bar in the mall?
It's the Second Street Gallery.
The Live Arts building.
Yeah.
The Live Arts.
Oh, okay. Right there by, next to the Southern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
near there. Yeah. Right next to the Jefferson.
I think the whole event's like 6 to 10 or something, and we're playing at 8:30 or 8 or 8:30. But we'll be back here in Richmond in a little over a month. We're
October 7th.
Oh yeah.
October 7th,
Yes.
is it?
Octet Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Oh yeah, we're playing Tobacco Company
that's
on
gonna be
October
fun.
7th.
Yeah.
And then we're
And then
playing
we're
Carey
playing
Street Cafe's Halloween show.
Halloween bash. I think,
Oh,
on
that'll
the
be
29th,
super
right?
fun.
Costumes
The
planned?
28th.
Yeah?
I think it's the Friday.
The 28th.
Whatever the Friday is.
It's whenever their bash is.
Cool.
It's a
It's
costume.
bash,
I think
yeah.
The
it's
29th.
yeah. We're
29th.
still trying to figure out if we're
It's
going to
the
do like
Friday.
a big group costume. Or
Oh,
something.
we have to.
So what are
I feel like there's
the,
no option.
what are the options?
Big Lebowski theme. I got it all planned.
Yeah,
Lebowski.
we get him up and like get a wheelchair. He could be the Big Lebowski. He could be the
Lewis is
It
John.
doesn't
Is
work on
Walter.
this-
You should be
Price is
Walter.
Steve Buscemi's character. You're
You
Donnie.
don't run the shop.
Absolutely.
No.
You look most
Just
Steve
Donnie.
Buscemi like, man.
That's even worse. Why would you say that? Oh my god.
He's a
I think
sex icon.
nobody should have to be
That's kind of
Donnie.
awesome.
Donnie dies too.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like terrible.
Shut up, Price. You're out of your element.
Right now.
I think you're saying
Do it for the costume, man.
Yeah, you're for the team.
Yeah.
For the company, man.
I just,
Well, we'll
I just
talk
need
about
to get my hands on a.
So it sounds like the vote's 4 to 1 right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, who else is gonna be Donnie? Like,
Jake.
Oh yeah.
Jake could be Donnie.
Yeah, Jake's.
he doesn't look anything like Steve Buscemi.
It's not so much about looking like it.
Yeah,
so
I don't
much
look like
as
the
acting
Jesus,
like
but
it.
like
I mean,
you'd still be there.
Can you channel Steve Buscemi?
Yeah.
No. Well,
I don't think anyone
okay.
can,
That
really.
that reminds me as well. We also have a saxophone player who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but who's been
Sure.
playing with us.
Yeah.
The new saxophone player?
The new yeah.
So while he's not here, you want to make him Donnie, is what you're getting at.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's
say it
watching
here,
right
it has
now.
to be true,
I
right?
was hoping to be like an Iowa
Set
song.
in stone.
Actually.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way it works.
I hope hope he's watching right now. Actually, that'd be really funny.
Probably
Yeah.
You're watching this, Jake.
Hey,
You're
Jake.
you're Shenny's character.
Now you know.
So
Start
who
planning.
would you be now?
Bunny. He's Bunny.
Even better.
I think it's just a
No
nihilist.
options. I don't know.
You're left out. You're left out in the cold one way or the other.
You could be one of the dudes
Bryce,
who
you're just
comes
not
and
gonna win.
dunks Lebowski's head.
Not good.
Oh no,
Yeah,
the
the
guy,
nihilist,
the nihilist. Yeah.
There you go.
Nihilist.
So yeah, I'd be that guy.
No,
Alright,
that's subtle.
problem
There you go.
solved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Costumes accomplished.
Yes.
I feel like we win now.
Yeah, I feel like we don't.
More points for everybody.
Oh, I feel like we should have talked
Good teamwork,
about that,
guys.
'cause Now we'll be
Oh, you know, we
surprised.
gave it
We're not
away.
doing that. We're not
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, we
That was
shouldn't
awful.
talk
We're
about
doing
that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's I wanted to do Code Jack Sparrow for a long time. This is my other good idea. This is our only 2 good ideas we
Right,
had.
exactly.
I'm not going to surprise anybody.
We're
Except
gonna
for we're having Halloween-themed tunes.
Ooh.
We're are there Halloween like songs, like Christmas songs?
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
And then Monster
Halloween.
Mash.
Oh yeah, we should do the
Come
Monster
on.
Mash.
Should write a song about Harambe's ghost.
Yeah, Ghost of Harambe.
And then anything from Rocky Horror, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
could just rewrite Christmas songs with medley and like melodies with
Yes.
Halloween themes.
Well, what if we like
That'd be a lot of work,
ourselves?
Rocky Horror would be sweet, actually.
Yeah.
What's that song like? The Twist or something?
The Time Warp.
Yeah, the
Time Warp. Yeah, we
Yes,
should do Time Warp
again.
Yeah.
It's just a step to the left.
This has been very productive.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Very productive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's glad and good that we're talking.
Yeah,
about
this
stuff.
is
There you
this is
go.
where we get ideas from other people.
I mean, let's be honest.
Don't leave me alone with my ideas, man.
I'll
We're
never
the people
leave you
that
alone.
sort through the ideas.
There you go.
Good pile,
Lead them.
bad pile.
Well, I mean, you got to lead ideas in the right direction because every idea could go very, very wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quickly
Every
too.
idea.
As witnessed by the Sandbridge incident.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to hear more
Wait,
about
we should
this.
talk about the Sandbridge sessions. That was.
Oh yeah, the Sandbridge sessions.
really
Before Earth Turns was Earth Turns.
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of songs that we had been working on for. I mean, we'd been a band for a few years before we even.
The 3. We've been
3
together
years.
for
About
3.5
3
years.
Yeah, but I mean before we started working on the album, like we had all this material that we like hadn't had a chance to flesh out, because we were just lazy and doing school, I guess, and like Anyways,
priorities in life and stuff. Yeah.
But so we went to Sandbridge, and we're staying at Ryan's house
in January this year.
In January, yeah. And so we kind of like there's some demos of the album that are not released, but they might be on the internet. Who knows?
Yeah.
But so that was really fun. So that's kind of how the album sort of came together.
It was like another retreat, almost like recording.
Yeah.
Was we like
So
recorded
the
ourselves.
we
set up all of our instruments and for like
And just
3
camped out.
days.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kind of, we would just kind of wake up and just start. Let's pick a song right now and let's get
Go
it
for a
get it
while.
done.
Yeah.
Get tempos down, like
Go
how
for a
fast do we
swim.
want this song
Yeah.
to be.
Nice.
So we're,
It's
yeah.
a bit,
So did some walks turn into jogs?
Not for me.
We had some swims though. Polar plunges.
Yeah.
Polar plunges
Brian
in
went
January.
swimming.
I went swimming.
Well, I did
I
too,
did go
but
swimming.
I came out.
You just
alive.
waited. I caught a sick wave, man.
Yeah.
Just body surfing.
Shred the gnar.
Sick wave.
Polar bear in the eye. I like it.
You gotta answer it.
Wait, it's Jake.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta.
Live studio audience.
I said you have to put it on speaker.
Speakerphone.
Speaker.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake, how's it going, buddy?
Oh shit.
What? We almost got
happened.
stuck to Jake.
He hung up.
That's something you
Our
want.
saxophone player is a cell phone.
Well,
My dad's not.
we do have to get to one last break. You want to give him a call when we get back for the
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait,
Awesome.
but we got to finish Brian's
Okay,
story about
yeah.
the pants.
Yeah. So after I caught the sick wave and like rode it all the way to the shore, I realized that I had lost my trousers.
Oops.
Your family.
This was like
They were
mid.
families.
This was mid Snapchat. We were like, oh, there's Brian out there, or like whatever, and then he just rises from the wind. There's nothing on.
Pantsless.
So we're playing Friday at Booty Spiker Bar Crozet Pizza, and if you look at the event page on Facebook, it's Brian. I mean, you can't. He's it's censored, but it's
Well,
it's
the Brian
My
Snapchat
hands
text is
censored.
over his crotch.
Yeah, it's very conveniently over the
Jake,
crotch
hello.
area.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
How are you? Wait, are you? Can you see us now still? You're. Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna hear yourself.
You're you in the future.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to your past self, future Jake? There's nothing. There's nothing that you want to say.
Could have changed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's science, man.
How's it going, man?
Wish you were here, buddy.
How'd the test go? He had a school test.
I think I failed it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't need. You could have failed your test by not being there.
You should have just come here.
Oh, by the way, you're gonna be Donnie for Halloween.
Short and sweet.
Thank you.
Donnie?
You're Donnie.
Have you seen?
We decided.
Have you seen
The Big
Lebowski?
All right. Well, while we inform Jake all about the Big Lebowski,
right.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Let's go to our next break, and we'll catch up with Jake while we're doing that.
All right, yeah, we got a tune here,
We'll
and
see you
we'll
later.
be back with another live one. This is another band this is another band that will be on Pink Moon this weekend. This is Josie McQueen with "Say What You Will" here on Radio Rubber Room. This break's about.
Break it down so I can at least try to understand it. I thought it was just a given. It can't be because it. Yeah, I'm mad, but we're all mad here. You can say what you will, and you'll say what you can. But at least I can say that I stayed till the end. Don't ever say I didn't want you. I did my best to be there for you. Did our best to hold on hope, burned our hands to grip that rope. But it's too late to climb up now. You can feel our arms give out. It's so hard to justify it, even harder still to fight it. Find your courage now, or purpose your fear. You can say what you will, you'll say what you can. But at least I can say that I stayed till the end. Don't ever say I didn't warn you. I did my best to be there for you. Don't ever say I didn't warn you.
takes two to tango. But to play Dungeons & Dragons, you need at least 3 players and 1 dungeon master.
Do you have trouble getting going in the morning? Are you sometimes filled with overwhelming self-doubt that paralyzes you, making getting out of bed seem like something that's not worth doing? Well, we have the fix. From the makers of Mandal comes the Get Your Ass Out of Bed, You Beautiful Son of a Bitch self-esteem alarm clock.
Get your ass up, you beautiful son of a bitch.
The messages of the self-esteem alarm clock were expertly written by expert greeting card writers.
Get your tight ass up, you sexy, sexy ass. It's gonna be a great day, sexy. Damn, you're good looking and sexy.
Start your day off right with the Get Your Ass Out of Bed, You Beautiful Son of a Bitch self-esteem alarm clock. And remember, you're a sexy bitch.
The Get Your Ass Out of Bed, You Beautiful Son of a Bitch self-esteem alarm clock may cause morning wood, hypertension, Napoleon complex, puffy nipples, bloating, an erection lasting more than 42 hours, juvenile diabetes, or frankenbeans.
Will somebody get the door?
Ugh. Menial tasks are making it impossible for me to enjoy being lazy. That's why I got walkers. Walkers are the first shoe to walk themselves. They walk themselves and you. Walkers are so convenient. I just start them up and they do all the work. Walkers are made from recycled World War II tanks and come in 2 stylish colors, army drab gray and camouflage. These bad boys are gonna last. Walker's sleek and aerodynamic design enable them to get 200 yards to the gallon. The pint-sized tank fits easily into a fanny pack or purse and enables you to get 45 steps or more depending on speed. Walkers come in 2 speeds, walking and less quick walking. Check this out. Now I'm moving. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah. Whoa. This is not comfortable. Whoa. This isn't natural. Yeah. Turn. How do I turn? Wall. Turn. Wall. Too lazy to enjoy being walked by something else? Then try rollers. New from Spoofco. Whoa. Stairs!
Hello. Hey, Brian, can you turn the monitors back up for us?
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is a song called Summer Dreams. We very rarely play it live. And it's kind of a deep cut from the album Earth Turns. Okay, we're gonna play. I got some hair on my tongue. Anyways, it's track number 11 or something. 11, yeah. How does this go? Here we go again. In summer dreams we find, in all our wasted time, now I know. Simple now, been lost at sea for a while. Meet the sun, meet the sand, meet the water. Let's get lost again. Roll into the tide, the world and the wind washing over me. Washing over me. Gifted trees, city lights below me, but I know it is not too far to fall.
into your arms. The sky is only waiting for a chance to whisper we are one. Oh, now watch you as you turn. Red and purple sun. When I sing to you the chorus, you found me there.
That was Kendall Street Company live here on Radio Rubber Room.
And that was beautiful. That was a beautiful tune, guys.
Very lovely.
That's
Very
lovely.
lovely.
Look at
I started welling up.
I mean, it was very.
Did you guys well up?
Oh yeah, yeah. A little bit desensitized.
You always
to
think
it,
of
yeah.
Harambe in the middle of that.
Aww. Aww. Yeah. We changed places on
Yeah,
Jersey
this is
again. I
confusing.
know
That's
it's
okay.
confusing.
I like this spot. You're
yeah.
snuggling here.
Oh, I do want to
Get
sit.
on it. Get on the
I haven't been on this couch yet.
It's a good couch, yeah.
It's a good one.
It's a good couch.
These are good
These are
couches.
both good couches.
Yeah, yeah, the troopers.
We appreciate our Soundcheck studio setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And speaking of soundcheck, Brian does have a band that's rehearsing in
Sure.
a few minutes.
Yes, so we're going
So-
to hurry this along.
Yeah, we've got to cover anything we haven't covered yet.
And recover the really important stuff, like where we can find your music. You guys want
Yes.
to try respelling that website again?
No spaces.
Yeah, you do. Wait, can we? Do you guys know how to spell it? Can we get a big circle?
You don't want
going
to count on
around?
us to spell things. It's
Okay.
bad.
I don't know about that.
We can try.
Yeah, we could try. We could try.
All right, go. I'll start K.
E.
N.
D. A.
L.
Shit.
Oh, no, it works. You
Keep
got
going,
both
Emma.
L's.
S.
T.
Where were we?
Wait, no, it's
No,
the hardest
two
part.
L's.
Kendall's the hardest part.
Two L's.
Two L's
So
in Kendall.
confusing. All right, redo, go.
K.
E.
N.
D. A.
L.
L.
S.
T.
R.
E.
E. T.
C.
O.
M.
P.
A.
N.
Y.
Dot.
Dot.
C.
O.
And that's spelled.
Did I say the right letter? Because I feel like I was.
Yeah, no, you were awesome.
You got it.
You
You got
did
it.
a really good job.
I know you
KendallStreetCompany.com.
Yeah.
I just picked a random letter and I just went
You
with
win a
it.
cruise
We're not only on
another
that
control.
website. We're also
And another
on
one.
the Spotify
And
and the
another one.
iTunes.
Spotify,
And
iTunes.
on SoundCloud, you can find some stuff you can't find in other places, but you can't find most things that you can find in most places.
So check the SoundCloud and the other
SoundCloud is there.
places?
Well, the
Correct.
website has like almost everything,
Mhm.
except
Or
for the
just
things
go
that aren't there.
To kendallstreet.com.
The website has
Kendall Street
every
Company.
everything.
KendallStreetCompany.com.
Everything there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's you can
find
look
the
at
Twitter,
pictures
which
of
we don't
us.
use at all.
Yeah, we
The
never
Instagram,
tweet.
which we do.
We do use the
Which
Instagram.
I
We got
you
a
on.
good video.
Nice,
Good video of Lewis from last night.
Yes.
Making some experimental postmodernist sound music.
Well, and we've got a video of you guys playing at Shade Fest coming out next week when we get back from Pink Moon.
Awesome.
We'll throw that
Stoked
up
to see that.
on the www.radiorubberroom.com.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those of you that didn't catch that spelling of the band, just look at the title of the post for this episode.
Yeah, that
oh,
sounds
yeah, it's
super
probably
simple.
at the top of the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would have been as fun to do before.
No, you're right.
You know, you guys have the same number of syllables as we do, and words.
I think that's, what do they call it?
That's-
Synchronicity?
Yes.
Synchronicity.
Serendipity.
Serendipity.
Synchronicity.
Synchronous
Love
serendipity.
Sting talked about that
Let's go with
one
that.
time. Yeah.
Speaking of synchronous serendipity, we do have Evolution of the Groove waiting to come on in and
Yeah.
rehearse right here at Soundcheck Studios, which is also available to rent out for your rehearsal needs. You should totally talk to Brian about that and email Soundcheck Studios. And we'll see you guys at Pink Moon this weekend. If you haven't made plans yet, get your tickets for 4 days of awesome music, nonstop, 24 hours on 4 stages in beautiful mountains, camping included for $85 at www.pinkmoonfestival.com.
And we'll have koosh balls.
And we'll have koosh balls. And come hang out with us at Camp Rubber Room. It'll be fun, promise.
And so
Make it
as
swear.
we all get ready to depart Richmond, we've got one more tune for you. This is a new one recently released by Paulo Franco. This is Leaving River City. This has been Radio Rubber Room.
Because field trip, what?
Field trip.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
She has a bouquet of black and purple flowers, and delivered with the power of his angry fist. With every new day, she grows more desperate by the hour. She's got